For some Australians, the upcoming federal election is barely on their radar.
I'm not even enrolled to vote. What age do you have to be?
Researchers say the group most disengaged with politics is people in their 30s and early 40s.
They don't have job security, they're working contract to contract, they're renting, or they're steeped in mortgage payments. People for whom the system really doesn't seem to be working that well. People who look at their parents at the same age and think they had it better.
It's a growing trend, with more voters tuning out.
People are just less excited about voting. They're less excited about the political parties. They're less excited about how Australian democracy is working.
She says minor parties and independents are seizing on the overall lack of interest.
The problem with that system, though, this two-party system, is that there are plenty of voters, particularly aged 40 and under, who don't feel like they're getting ahead. And there's no real electoral incentive for parties to talk to those voters because they can build enough of an electorate, enough of a voter bloc, without having to talk to them.
The number of Gen Z and millennial voters have overtaken boomers for the first time this election. But despite the political power they hold, they're becoming more disconnected with the process. So what would it take to re-engage them?
Just come talk to us, ask us questions, ask us what we want, really. Because I see so many politicians out there that just assume what we want and then just do whatever, then we just hate them for it.
Having the voice of people that you look up to, like influencers, for example, would be an amazing idea.
They should get more and more young people involved into it because we don't want to be known as a country who is just digging up the dirt and making a living. We want to be much more than that.
They just don't see themselves represented in the political conversation, and they don't see that conversation talking about the issues that actually matter to them.
A new web-based tool is hoping to change that by helping voters cut through the political noise.
You can select as many of these policy options as you agree with.
Created by climate-focused group Project Planet, the Build a Ballot tool walks users through a series of questions to create a personalised voting plan.
People are starting to think, oh, maybe I shouldn't just vote how my parents have always voted. Maybe I should actually understand a little bit more about what I'm doing. And we've tried to design the tool in a way that really invites people into that process.
But Dr. Shepherd believes if voters are apathetic now, it's already too late to change their minds.
Disengaged voters aren't silly. They're often very smart and they're disengaged for very good reason. I think if you're disengaged at this point, you're going to stay disengaged until the 3rd of May.
With less than a week to go before polling day, politicians won't have to wait too long to find out. Tabara Koljarood, ABC News.